Welcome to the IVF podcast for April 18th, 2008. I'm Jacqueline Friedman. A couple from England is expecting their second child after receiving IVF treatment using sperm cryopreserved 19 years ago in 1989. The husband was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and a tumor on his spleen when he was only 27 years old. He was warned that the chemotherapy would leave him infertile and was encouraged to have his sperm frozen so that he would have the option of having children after he recovered. Freezing sperm is the only chance of preserving fertility for men who face chemotherapy at such a young age. Although it took the couple 12 rounds of IVF treatment, including, sadly, one miscarriage before their first child was born in 2006, they have conceived their second child, who is due this July after just 4 rounds of IVF. Fertility treatments performed in the UK are among the most risky in Europe, according to data released by the European Society for Human Reproduction and Embryology. According to the report, the chances of prospective mothers developing serious complications are reportedly 4 times greater than in other European countries, where a comparative number of fertility treatments are performed. The report states that Britain has the highest level of ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, a serious side effect of IVF treatment. According to the newspaper, many European experts believe that UK clinics are too results-driven and jeopardize women's health for the sake of achieving pregnancies. A new form of cloning has been developed that is easier to carry out than the technique used to create Dolly the sheep, creating the possibility for it to one day be used on human embryos to produce designer babies. Scientists who use the procedure to create baby mice from the skin cells of adult animals have found it to be far more efficient than the Dolly technique, with fewer side effects, making it more feasible for human use. The experiments on mice demonstrated that it is now possible to take a human skin cell and reprogram it back to its embryonic state. At the current time, none of the scientists working on cell reprogramming to produce induced embryonic cells plan to use it for human reproductive medicine. Their main aim is to produce stem cells for the therapeutic treatment of conditions such as Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and stroke. And finally, as an update to last week's newscast, deaf couples may now be allowed to use embryo screening technology to choose to have a deaf child after a climb down by the UK government in the face of campaigning. Under the proposed Human Fertilization and Embryology Bill, using embryo screening deliberately to create a child with a serious medical condition, which officials had said includes being deaf, would be illegal. Now, however, the Department of Health has agreed to cut from the bill any reference to deafness as a serious medical condition. That concludes the news for today. I'm Jacqueline Friedman. Thank you for joining us.